Hey, what's up? My name is...
Nail gun.
Yep. And I've been working on something for the past few months, and it's a card game, and it's really cool. And this is an intro video. Yeah. So this card game, Kollapse, is a passion project of mine that's been made with one other person, but two other people have been helping me. Kollapse is a competitive deck building card game where the goal is to reduce the enemy to 0 health. It's a very simple premise, very not complex, but where it gets complex is all the abilities and everything else. Decks are there are 20 card decks, excluding the one commander card, which I'll get into later. But these decks serve as your fighting deck. These are what you bring into battle with you. In your deck, there are 3 different types of cards. There are troop cards, action cards, and commander cards. Now, troop cards are your basic cards, like monsters and other card games, like things you can place down to deal damage, or, you know, they attack. They attack and they have HP. That's as simple as it gets, really. Action cards are spell cards, basically. You can play them and their action is resolved immediately or unless specified otherwise. These cards can be used to aid things or, you know, deflect damage, different things that, you know, these allow you to support your troop cards, I guess. Now, commanders are the special thing. So commanders, your deck revolves around one singular commander. Now, commanders have different abilities and they have a big health pool. Now, these commanders serve as you, basically. Commanders can die, and the game is won when you reduce your enemy's commander to 0 HP. So the commanders function as you, basically, and have different abilities and things that resolve in order to aid your deck and aid towards winning. Commanders also have a comeback, which activates when you are 15 health lower than the opponent's commander. Now, these abilities are strong, and they allow you to try and get a comeback. They allow you to try and save yourself from doom and failure. Now, you can't really play these cards, actions, and troops without having Kollapse. Now, Kollapse is the unit of currency in this game, and it is gained every turn. Kollapse is not saved through turns. It is a standard baseline thing where it's like, okay, you gain 2 Kollapse each turn, as an example. Now, you cannot carry over excess Kollapse from one turn to the other. It is 2 Kollapse. And Kollapse is spent on action cards and troop cards to play them, or abilities. Sometimes there are abilities that cost Kollapse in order to activate. Now, there are 5 lanes. These lanes function as slots to put your cards in, and there are 2 slots in every lane, which is 1 slot for enemy cards and then 1 slot for your allied cards. So they go head to head, 5 lanes, and they all duke it out. Now, turn order. At the beginning, a person will be assigned player 1, and other person will be player 2. Player 1 has a turn where it's, okay, I can play any amount of troop cards as long as I have the Kollapse for it and 1 action card. And once they're done, that's it. Unless they want to resolve any abilities or anything, that's what they can do. After that, it's player 2's turn. They do the exact the same. And then after that, it's the attack phase. The attack phase goes like this. It's left to right, and you resolve the lanes. So each card attacks at the same time. So both damage is dealt to both cards. And this is sort of the auto battler mechanic of the card game, and the enemy commander gets dealt damage when there's a lane open. So if I'm attacking and there's no enemy card opposing my card, that card's damage directly goes to the commander. Unless you have an action card, some action cards can be used on the commander in order to deal chip damage or something like that. There is a special thing in this game called Universal Kollapse. Now, Universal Kollapse is a rule that shortens games at turn 30, and every 5 rounds after that, both players can agree to start the Universal Kollapse. So this is like, you can choose to not do this, or you can choose to do this, because this is pretty game ending. Both commanders will take 3 damage at the end of each attack phase, and you cannot stop it once it starts. Now, this game is very crazy and wacky and silly. There are 138 cards in the game. That may be off-putting to a bunch of people because you have to look through all these cards, but the moderators in the Discord will make it easy for you and can help you make a deck for yourself, or you can playtest decks against them, and they'll be happy to help. The Discord is linked in the description, so you can join and start playing. This game is available on Untap, so all the games are hosted on Untap. So it's very accessible because Untap is a free website, so it's, anyone can play this basically. But that's it. That's basically it.